Antonio Tilley, who was an ATA, or was an ATA gang member, was shot to death while he was in an Uber just over 6 hours after the murder of Antonio Tilley on October 7th. Attackers with high-powered rifles would shoot up that same Dodge Charger being driven by our murder victim, Charles Jones. This was 9 months before the murder of Charles Jones. He had left his house at about 6 in the morning and was driving down the street, coming to a stop sign, when attackers with high-powered rifles opened up on his Dodge Charger. He would escape that morning with his life. He would drive to a local hospital and be treated for a gunshot wound to his lower leg. Drill rap. We talked about rap music yesterday with several folks in the jury pool. Drill rap is a different type of rap. It is a specific type of rap that these groups that I've already talked to you about, 6 Block and Bully Gang, and then on the other side, 1200 ATK, engaged in. Songs that were produced and songs that were distributed on social media platforms like YouTube and Spotify. Rap music where the opposing gangs' casualties, people in those gangs that had been murdered, would be demeaned, mentioned, ridiculed, made fun of. Speak specifically to members of the opposing gang who had been murdered in sarcastic lyrics, traveling in some instances to gravesides, whether it was the graveside of that person who was actually killed or some other graveside that would stand in. In addition to the drill rap, they would post photos on social media making fun of the opposing gang's casualties. I'm going to walk you through a couple of videos that you will see in the state's evidence. This video is a combination 1200 ATK video. The major performer is an individual named Kenyatta Bullard, also known as Yungeen Ace, or Ace. And you can see his ATK chain around his neck. These performers at times during the video pointing up in the air, and you will see the names of people appearing on the screen. Those are casualties from 6 Block. A lot of attention. This song, as I said, was put out within a day or two of the death of Charles Jones here in Tampa. You're going to see references and hear references in this to not only Charles Jones' name, but to the name.
Just take the volume down just one notch.
Yungeen Ace, the same guy from the Who I Smoke video. This song came out, I think, 4 or 5 days after the murder of Mr. Jones. This is called Game Over. And in this video, you will clearly see in the evidence Mr. Davion Murphy taking full credit for his role in this shooting. That is just after his arrest, when he is left alone in an interview room.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I do want to once again send condolences and prayers over to the loved ones of the people deceased that are connected with this storyline on either side of it with the incidents that have went down or allegedly went down. Because what happens is with these things, people still lose somebody that they loved and cared about and seen as family, and they be innocent out the way, but they are connected to it and still going through it with losing somebody that they did love and care about. So prayers over to those people, and most definitely God bless their souls of the deceased. And I had links in the description where you can watch these clips in the beginning in full on Law and Crime Network as the trial has officially kicked off for Joolio Foolio's murder. And we've seen a lot play out on the internet, but I most definitely had to come speak on this real quick, because once again we'll be being reminded in real time how real it is. And I'm gonna get into the write-up in just a second, where there is no guessing anymore. There is no, is it a game? There is no more, are you contemplating and playing? If you have allegedly committed crime and they can connect rap lyrics to it, it will be played out in the courtroom in real time for you to see. And like I told y'all before, for the world to see. And they gonna monetize it and put it on the internet where everybody else can see it. It's streaming out here to millions now. It's all over the blogs, all over Twitter. It's not a game no more. Your lyrics are being used. Not only are they using the things that they find for the cases, they using, you know, your cell phone towers, your license plate readers, the pings, and all these other things, DMs, conversations. But they also are going to use your rap lyrics, the beefs, the connections, and everything that they can tie it together to make it stick. Now, we've seen things coming out of Jacksonville with the police. They have these investigative units out there directly for these rap groups, whether it come the ATK side or the other side with Foolio, and they have basically been like, hey, we own them. They've helped tamper with this case with the shooting of Foolio. But we already seen what happened recently, K-Sue and his father's situation, how that played out was something we'll never think we'll probably see before in real life. And all this stuff is tied and connected in some type of way. Now Yungeen Ace, they playing his hit records, his videos, and other videos in the courtroom, mocking it with the dates, the times, and they got the lyrics right on the side of it. And the write-up says this: opening statements began Wednesday morning in the trial of 4 suspects accused of killing Jacksonville rapper Joolio Foolio in Tampa less than 2 years ago. A jury has been officially seated as opening statements begin at 9 a.m. Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy, 4 of the 5 people who allegedly targeted the rapper, whose real name is Charles Jones II, in June 2024. The 5th suspect, Alicia Andrews, was found guilty of manslaughter in 2025 for helping plan the ambush that killed Foolio. Prosecutor says she acted as a lookout, helping her boyfriend and others track Foolio's movements the night he was shot and killed outside of Tampa Holiday Inn. Prosecutors are preparing surveillance video, cell phone data, and witness testimony for the trial. And when you see all of that, man, when they spell it all out, they're able to play the lyrics in there. They're able to tie it together. Now, Yungeen Ace is not charged in this case. Yungeen Ace is nothing to do with this. But what they're saying is this is the motive. The affiliates and people that are connected to him, allegedly, they said, hey, yeah, he's not charged, he's not this, but this is the backstory of what made it possible to get here today. That's just how they gonna paint it in the courtroom. Your name on this, they just establishing that there's an issue and there are problems on either side, whether it be the guys up top who ain't got nothing to do with it or do got something to do with it, whatever, or it's just people who ate it in the streets. And when they put it out there for these people in the jury, they just gonna look at it like, have we seen enough to convict them of this? Were they in the area? Cell phone towers, DMs, text messages. Let's bring the witnesses in. Now, these basics of these lyrics, they're going to look at it. Oh, okay, we see this. We see his name. We see his name. He said this. He said that. They did this at the graveyard, or they put a depiction out there of a graveyard. They mocking this. They mocking that. It's all about tearing down your character in that point in time. So we see it this time and time again. They going to give you the time, bro. It's the best thing you can do is stay out the way with this back and forth. Like, we gonna get on the internet and just tell everybody what we doing, and we gonna make a song telling everybody what we doing, because it could come back to bite you in the end, bro. We just seen the worst of the worst with this situation right here, like we never seen before. We just seen it happen with several other rappers. Only thing that's changing now, just keeping it all the way 100, is we get to see it in real time. And they're going to spread it all over the internet like this is spread all over the internet today. And guess what? If there's a will, there's a way, because they're going to make other types of pay. They're already going to get the pay from you being somebody that's in a cell if you get convicted of these crimes, but they're going to monetize it now. They're going to monetize it just like anybody else. Hey, we can put us a stream in the courtroom, make us some paper, more write-ups, more lawyer fees, more people getting paid because more cops got to be there. It's a whole system, bro, with this capital C. Controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and confrontation to be a part of the conversation to keep the algorithm in rotation, and we added crashing out to that situation, man. I can just tell you that your family love you, bro. If you could avoid the crash out, stay out. Stay on your pivot.